Well, hello everybody. It's time for another lesson. I know you're just all so excited being trapped in your homes, but I am going out to brave the world to bring you education. Yes. And today I'm in Oil City. Actually, I'm in Rouseville. And Rouseville used to be the home of Pennzoil's first refinery, which actually, you can't see it from here. From here, yeah, that building way over there. You can just see the roof. There we go. Move the hand across right there. That was Pennzoil's bottling facility back. They closed that in the late 90s when Pennzoil was bought out by Quaker State, and then Quaker State was bought out by Shell. And the two cracking towers that were over, this was a huge refinery over here. And when it was all bought out, the two cracking towers were taken to Louisiana. So they were moved down to Louisiana because of some wonderful grandfather clause laws, which we've gotten into before, which we're not going to get into right now. But I am standing right here. This is McClintock #1 well, right here. This is the oldest producing oil well in the world. It has been producing since 1861, and it's at a depth of 273 feet. Now, this is not producing every day. If you look at this right here, they've taken the motor out that runs the pump jack, primarily because back when scrap was going really high, people kept stealing the motor. Yeah, so they just moved it out. The Venango County VOTEC oil and gas program, and I guess now the diesel program, is actually going to maintain this well for Drake Well. Drake Well actually owns this, but they're going to maintain the well for them. And as long as they produce so much per year, they can keep running this. If by chance they don't, DEP is going to come in and tell them plug it. And which would be a shame because, this is, for oil and gas guys, this is as close to operational Drake well as you can get. And you can see here, back over here is the original pump jack. Now, this pump jack that we've just looked at is like the one we have in the back. This was run by a central powerhouse. This unit right here was run by a central powerhouse. And by the way, there's the McClintock well right there. Bring it down so you can see it in all of its glory. You can see the black stuff around that. That is the naphtha. That is the wonderful stuff that goes in your chocolate. So, guys, at Valentine's Day, don't think of it as giving chocolates. Think of it as giving a little bit of the oil industry to your girlfriend. So we're going to walk back here. And by the way, this is a sloppy, absolute gross mess back here. And by the way, too, if you look up on this hill here, there's a lot of trees, okay? There are pictures of this. There were no trees whatsoever. This was clear cut. In fact, if we look across the valley here, this Oil Creek's right on the other side of this grasses here, all those trees were gone. And Mother Nature, in her infinite wisdom, decided to have trees grow back in there. So that was kind of I like to show people that because we talk about clear cutting, we talk about getting rid of stuff, but yet there's the other side of it, which is, nature will always take over for us. Okay. Now, right here are the storage tanks for the McClintock well. All right. And if we go over here, and I'm telling you what, there is some oil in here because I can smell it. It's good stuff. Yeah. That'll clear the sinuses and kill the coronavirus. Comments made by Mr. Parsons do not necessarily represent the views of the CDC or the Trump administration. Okay, over here we have the central powerhouse. Now, I've shown you these before, but what I haven't shown you, here we go. There's a central powerhouse. It was run by a motor that was in there. Okay, the drive shaft was in this little cubby house here that runs over to there. But check this out. Okay, there's the rod attached to it, and ta-da! it would be hooked up to this pump jack right here. Okay. So now here's what would happen. This would pull back. It would pull this up, which would cause this right here to go up. Here's where your rod's attached. Okay. This is where your sucker rod's attached, down through here. By the way, this is the stuffing box down here. Okay, I gotta get my hand where I can see it. Stuffing box right here. So this would, here we go, pull this back. This goes up, and this pulls your sucker rod, which pulls the fluid, whether it's going to be oil and water, back through here, back into the storage tanks. Now, you may not be able to see that real well because I'm trying to hold my phone while explaining all this, but you get the gist, okay? You get the gist. Hey, look, my hand actually looks so much bigger when I do it this way. All right, so we go up here, and if you look at the storage tanks too, you know, when you look at all the piping that's on these storage tanks, whoop, we are in the sun. Hold on a second. Sorry. Terrible with angles on the sun. Now, by the way, there is a pipe right here. You can see this. Every once in a while, they've got to pump this stuff out of here. So a truck will come in down the lease road. This is the lease road I just walked up. And they will pump out the fluids in here, whether it's the oil or whether it's just the regular brine water. They've got to get rid of it. They've got to dispose of it. So, but yeah, this is these are the storage tanks. And by the way, you look at the pipes and the way the pipes are running all over the place. You got to admit, it looks a lot like what we have behind the shop, right? Yeah, that's what I thought too. All right, so from the McClintock well, we will come back with some more educational things for you. I'm going to be doing some articles too because obviously with the way they are trying to quarantine us all, I may not be able to sneak out to locations very often, but we're going to try. We're going to try. I'll wear the Columbia Midstream hat. I've got my Oilfield FR jacket on. I'm wearing my blue polo just for you guys. I got this polo out so it looked like I was kind of working. So, all right, stay safe. Keep your family safe. Don't sneeze on anybody. And we'll talk to you soon. Toodles.